Hello, I'm Heather Dawson, and welcome to California Life. As always, we bring you the best of California every week on our show. So are you ready for some football? Well, the Super Bowl has basically turned into another holiday. And as we head toward the big game, let's see what all the fuss is about.
They say today's a national holiday. Isn't they? Maybe it's a Seattle holiday and a Denver holiday, but for the rest of you, it's a day of watching a team that's not your team playing the biggest game of the year. That's rough. That's like going to prom and seeing that girl you love and watching her dance with some guy who isn't you. Some guy named Sean. For 4 hours. And there are stats on Sean and breakdowns of Sean's moves and highlights of Sean and Sean in really slow motion. But this isn't prom. This is football. And you're watching some other team get lucky. Today's not a holiday for you. Somebody stole your holiday. You need to take it back. And you can. Hop on TurboTax, click on Federal Free Edition, answer some questions about yourself, and before you know it, you could be holding the biggest check of your year. And that day is your day. Not Seattle's, not Denver's, and not Sean's. Intuit TurboTax.
Radio Shack? Okay.
What?
The 80s called. They want their store back.
It's time for a new Radio Shack. Come see what's possible when we do things together.
You're too late.
You want a piece of my heart?
I can do that. I can do that.
We can do this!
You can do that.
And after the break, meet the real winners of the Super Bowl and see the better side of Coach Pete Carroll. Then find a great place to donate your used items and support job development in the community. Plus expert tax advice with a familiar face and the benefits of downsizing in today's economy. It's all coming up when we continue with California Life. Don't go away.
The Patio Restaurants in San Diego, where you'll always find fresh seasonal food with a distinct local flavor. Toast to the coast at the Patio on Lamont in Pacific Beach. Enjoy beefed up ballpark favorites at the Patio in Left Field at Petco Park. Try the top-notch collection of tequila at the Patio on Goldfinch in Mission Hills. And fire up your taste buds at Fireside by the Patio at Liberty Station. Make your reservation now at thepatiosd.com.
Founded by Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, InkPlan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. InkPlan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, and deal with Social Security for you. And best of all, there's no fee until you receive benefits. Call today.
I'm former Dallas Cowboy Thomas Hollywood Henderson. I played in 3 Super Bowls and was at the top of my game until I got addicted to drugs. But today, you can make one call to the Addiction Recovery Network. Addiction has many causes. Call the Addiction Recovery Network and get the right treatment for your unique needs. Your call is totally confidential and completely free. They're available 24 hours a day for you or your loved ones. Call now. Treatment saved my life.
Well, he's one of the most famous coaches of the NFL, and I had the pleasure of interviewing Coach Pete Carroll about his contributions off the field right here in California.
In Pete Carroll's 9th season as head coach of the USC Trojans, he's already faced disappointing loss, leaving many California residents wondering what the future holds for the one-time champions. Well, as Pete Carroll learned a long time ago, it all depends on how you look at it.
I kind of live my life day to day thinking something good is just about to happen, you know, so that's about as upbeat and positive as I can see it. I don't mean it to be that way, that's just the way I've kind of grown up.
Peter Clay Carroll grew up in a suburb of San Francisco, California. His father, Jim, was a liquor salesman, and his mother, Rita, a homemaker and an incurable optimist.
My mom was so supportive. I always look back and she always was kind of directing me towards the good things and the things that we could do, and you know, I had such a great support system, and I think that kind of kept things in line for me.
Carroll earned his bachelor's degree in Northern California at Pacifica University, where his performance as starting free safety also earned him a spot on the All-Pacific Coast football team, twice. After college, Carroll spent a year trying out for the now-defunct World Football League in his hometown of San Francisco. He didn't make the team. Carroll realized that his athleticism would not be his ticket to success and decided to return to Pacifica University as an assistant coach while earning his master's degree in physical education. Then, in 1977, a 26-year-old Pete Carroll took on a defensive coaching job at the University of Arkansas under legendary head coach Lou Holtz. A year later, he headed to Iowa State to work with another coaching great, Earl Bruce, who Carroll followed to Ohio State the following year. After nearly 20 years in various assistant coaching positions, including stints in the NFL with Buffalo, Minnesota, and New York, in 1994, Carroll finally received his first NFL head coaching position for the New York Jets, an opportunity that proved disappointing. He was fired after only one season.
The occurrences have never knocked me down, and they've never kept me down, and I think that's all goes way back to the home.
Home, San Francisco, Carroll's next stop after being let go by New York. He moved back for 2 years and found success as an assistant with the 49ers. Carroll then spent 2 years as head coach in New England, where he still holds the franchise's second-best winning percentage. His next move would be life-changing. On December 15, 2000, Pete Carroll took the job that would make him a Southern California icon and a two-time national champion, head coach of the USC Trojans. He'd found a way to channel his high energy and optimistic approach, creating an atmosphere for his players that would inspire success. Carroll describes the process.
An empowerment process that really is trying to build people up to become the best that they can. So all of that just doesn't have any room for negativity. It doesn't have any room for going, looking at the dark side of things. And so that's just kind of the environment and the culture that we've created here, and it's served us very well.
In 2001, Carroll found a way to bring his team's environment of hope to the streets of South Central Los Angeles with a program called A Better LA. It's a nonprofit committed to supporting Los Angeles communities and redirecting gang members from negative to positive activities and positive visions for their future.
I go in with people that, in the different areas that are familiar with the area so that we can meet people. Basically, we listen. More than anything, we listen, and hear out, what's going on and what's up, and just in our presence and as we hear things, we figure out ways that we might be able to connect this or that and make things move.
The program also brings young people from inner city neighborhoods to USC to meet the players and find encouragement to move into productive lifestyles and careers. Carroll says his players love it as much as the kids do.
And they look into the eyes of those kids, and obviously our kids feel kind of their situation a little bit, and they can they look back to when they were kids, and they see it. So they make a good effort to connect with them and bring a little bit of fun, a little bit of joy, and a little bit of hope that maybe someday they could be in a situation somewhat like this.
Pete Carroll is always scouting, if not for athletic prowess, then for motivated members of the community to help lead the effort to focus energies away from crime and gangs and on to improving their lives, which in many cases means avoiding a statistical probability of death or prison.
The great ones always are the ones with the greatest will and the greatest desire to prove who they are and to compete on a regular basis.
Competing to improve, be it on the field or on the streets. Pete Carroll just keeps looking ahead, not just thinking something good is about to happen, but making it happen. For California Life, I'm Tom Sparks.
And after the break, meet the real cutest winners of the Super Bowl season and find a great place to donate your used items and support job development in the community. Plus, we have expert tax advice with a familiar face and the benefits of downsizing in today's economy.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God, wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his Micro-Peel resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee, but you must call to order. Call 1-800-619-1871. That's 1-800-619-1871. Order now.
You'll recognize Richard Gartland as the bow-tie-loving face of those H&R Block commercials. But Richard is not an actor. He's actually a senior tax preparer at H&R Block with more than 27 years of financial management experience. And with tax season quickly approaching, crooks are gearing up. In fact, Richard says in recent years, refund fraud has been on the rise.
You know, sadly it is on the rise, and it looks to continue to be on the rise. The IRS estimates that they paid out $5 billion in fraudulent refunds in 2013. So what people can do is, I think, a two-pronged approach. One, of course, is to protect that personal identification information, your social security number in most cases. The IRS will never call, they will never send an email, they will never request that information. So if you get that kind of a call, hang up. If you get the email, just delete it. Do not respond. The other thing people should think about doing, though, is filing as soon as they can. File early. The filing process itself sets a flag on the social security number indicating that it's been used. So fraudulent people, if they get in first, you're going to have a long process to get your refund and reestablish your identity.
And in order to file early, there are some new things this year, especially in regard to the Affordable Care Act, that you need to know about.
Well, you know, one of the major changes is really a continuation. This is the Affordable Care Act, which now means that tax and health care are related. For 2015, everybody should be receiving a document outlining the coverage that they did have, and they may need that document in preparing their taxes. For people who did not have coverage in 2015, they're facing higher penalties this year. For a family of four that earning about $60,000 as a household, that penalty is now about $975, and that's set to double again next year, close to $2,000.
Now, if you are looking at paying that penalty, Richard says there are about a dozen exemptions that you could be eligible for, but you should check with a tax person for details. Now, if you're finding yourself in some need of cash this tax season, H&R Block is giving away $1 million a day in their $1,000 surprise.
This is a great giveaway that H&R Block is doing. It's 1,000 people will win $1,000 each every day for a month. So that's $1 million a day we're giving away. It's a promotion that runs between now and February 15th. And if you come into your office and have us prepare a tax return for you, you can enter that drawing. And of course, the sooner you get in, the more chances you have to win.
You can get more information on the $1,000 surprise at hrblock.com/grand. And tell them on social media what you would do with $1,000 at #MyGrandPlan. As for Richard, well, there's a real good chance you'll be seeing a lot of him on those H&R Block commercials in the coming weeks.
Well, I think you'll be seeing more of me between now and April 15th.
Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
When the doors opened to Deseret Industries' Fontana location in mid-2015, the community learned immediately this is no ordinary thrift store. From charitable donations to the organized warehouse, refurbishment of goods, and presentation on the sales floor, DI looks and operates like a finely tuned community serving operation. And as we learned, that is precisely the plan.
Maybe it's our best known secret, and that is that we have a training program here. Right now we have over 80 associates that are in this paid training program, and what we do is we try to train them to a point where they can take their skills and take it to the next level, and then go get that next job, that permanent job that'll pay a little bit more money, that'll actually help them to provide for their family.
Tax-deductible donations are the lifeblood of the operation, and those donations in turn not only make low prices possible for customers, but also provide assistance to the needy locally and worldwide. More than 8.5 million pounds in clothing was sent to global humanitarian operations in 2014 alone. And while the location in Fontana may be new, DI has been serving around the world and in local communities for 3/4 of a century.
The Deseret Industries got started back in 1938 during the Depression times. A lot of people were out of work, and it was a great time just to bring people in, to give them work, to make them feel good about themselves, and to pick up their self-esteem and teach them a little bit more about self-reliance.
For Massey and his 80 associates in Fontana, the reward also comes from a job well done right here at home.
When a customer comes in after our hard work and says this is a great deal and willing to spend a little bit of money to promote the program, we're just so thankful.
If you'd like to learn more about Deseret Industries, training programs, assistance for local nonprofits through community grants, or their retail stores, visit the website at deseretindustries.org or drop by and see Dennis Massey at the Fontana location on Valley Boulevard Monday through Saturday. Bringing you the best of California, I'm Brent Weber for California Life.
If you get a ball, you're gonna be happy for like the rest of your life. When you gave me the ball, I just had a big smile on my face, like this.
When I started Sunday giveaway, as we call it now, I never imagined it would be what it is today.
Cam kind of started this, but through the last couple years, multiple guys, when they score, have taken upon themselves.
Cam threw the touchdown to Ted. I went down to the railing. I ran. No one saw me run because I ran so fast. Gives the ball to me, and I was like, holy cow, my dad's gonna squeeze me hard as he can.
Our fans in the first row have really embraced it.
We've certainly seen a shift in the calls we get for seating in the end zone.
To have this special tradition, we're glad that it brings so many smiles to people's faces.
He picked me because I was doing my Superman thing. I had my cat ears and my tail because I look cute. I got back to school. Oh, wow. I'm like popular in school now. This is me. That's Tekken.
Very good drawing. It just shows what Panther Nation is all about.
You know, for me and my vantage point, that's all I pretty much see. I see hands, 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 hands.
It's like so huge and like I don't know how Cam throws this ball. Cam's one of my favorite players. There's like a kid stuck in his body. He can like dab and stuff.
You know, I'm a kid at heart. My biggest thing is to bring joy to people. A little gesture goes a big way.
You have like a 2% chance of getting it, but I was one of the lucky ones.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, you can go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Or watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.